the usual fiddle faffle of trying to go live. Hi, it's nice to have you on my YouTube channel here today. Just going to let a little bit of light in. It's very sunny out today here in the UK, which makes a nice difference. Looks like I could do the cleaning my camera, couldn't I? Let's just give you a little rub, see if it'll make a little bit of a difference. So I'm making a birthday card today. It's my husband's birthday coming up in the beginning of May, and so I've kind of compiled a layout of what I want to do, and I looked to Google for some inspiration as to sort of some masculine colours. So lovely to have you along, Vicky. So glad that you can actually join me for a live for once. Only just started. So I've taken slight inspiration from my sister Ruth, who did a live the other day, and she sort of was layering up these shapes. So I thought, oh, I'm going to take that inspiration and maybe use it myself. Now I kind of have a vision of what roughly, this is the layout I'd like to go for, and I'll tell you what stamp sets I'm using, etc. But I'm not quite sure how I'm going to manage to incorporate all the colours, whether I use some colours, whether I stamp in some colours, who knows. So what I might do actually is get the ink colours out to match the card, and then at least that would help me, won't it? So even if I don't use the coloured card, I've got the matching ink to go with. So this could be fairly experimental. So I've got pumpkin pie, Cajun craze. Sorry about the jogs, you're attached to my my shelf where I've got the stand that holds my phone also. So Night of Navy, and one of my faves, Pretty Peacock, which, oh, there it is on my shelf. Yep, brilliant. So these are the colour palette. This is the colour palette we're working with. And so the stamp sets I've grabbed out is Fun on Wheels, because I quite like the idea of the map, Curved Occasions for the car, and Level Up for the happy birthday sentiment. She says. Like I said, I've got the layout, but it's knowing whether to stamp on white or what to use as a background. So I'm tempted to use the Night of Navy maybe as my background card. I might even have a card ready in here. No, it's not card, it's just... Oh, yes, I do have a card. That's good. Right, so I might use that for the background colour. Chuck that one on the floor for a second. I might use these two here for the shapes, I think. So let me get out a mini machine to help me cut those out. Oh, hi Ruth, good to see you. Hi Shaz. Right, there's a way last time. There we go. I need to press a button to show me the comments. Otherwise I jabber on and I don't actually see your comments. So welcome. Thank you for joining me this morning. I thought I'd come on when I can, and while I can and while I need to get on. If that makes sense. Oh, just dropped a bit. So I'm thinking, let's use up this scrap in here. Yes, don't you just love it when it fits? So we'll cut out a little orange. It's going to really jog you. Hold on to your breakfasts. Hi Heather, thank you for joining. So these dies give out this nice trim on the edge. So that one's going to go that way around, but on our blue card. And then what I would probably do is recreate this for a class as well. So whenever I make a card, I then tend to recreate it or do something similar. So these are the nested essential dies. These are all Stampin' Up products. I'm not a demonstrator, so sadly you can't buy off me anymore, but there are demonstrators in the room should you wish to make any purchases, even if you're in a different country like Australia. But if you're in the UK, you can shop with my sister who's on here, who's Ruth at Artful Stampin', who I blame for getting me into all this. Right, will this fit? It might be tight, but we're going to give it a go. It's nice not to get, I would say not to waste card, but also to be most efficient with the card that you've got. Don't worry about the crunches and the cracks, it's just meaning it's working. Okay, there we go, there's our other colour set there. So far, so alright. Oh no, I better not pop that in the window in case sometimes the card gets faded. Okay, so got that, and then I want to do the map, and then we've got this guy to do as well. So I'm going to leave the map for a minute because I don't know what colour we're going to do him in. I'm tempted to get out Very Vanilla again actually, because it gives it a nice kind of vintage retro vibe. Let me just see if I can find it under the table. Okay. It kind of tones down that stark white a bit. It's tricky to know whether to have a layer of still working it out, guys, still working out. So I could do a pretty peacock map, I think. We'll do that. And for the map we are using this size. Let's get some blocks. And I'm going to cut that out now because I'm quite a visual person, so I need to sort of see things to know where to go from there. So the map was going to be this size. So the joy of shaped dies is you can do so much with them. I think they're probably my go-to things is the shaped dies. So has everyone got their washing out today? Oh, roll this through. I hope so, because it's a perfect day for washing. Okay, so that's that one. Now, you do have to trust the process when you're card making. It might look a little bit funny to start with, but it's just the start. We're going to keep working on it until it gets better and better and better. Okay, so that's enough space for my car and my sentiment. Might just outline that so I know what space I'm working within. So when I come to do my stamping, where's my scissors go? Do a bit of a rough cut. Hi Anne. Hi Jackie. And hi Colour Me Crazy Cards with Lorraine from Australia. Welcome, lovely to see you. Okay, I'm making my husband a card for his birthday. Just trying to work out the colours and the stamps and the whatnot. So I'm thinking we'll do this in navy blue, light of navy to you and I. And then I think we'll mount them both. Actually, if I put the wheels straight on the grid paper, that would help. So the comments are still disappearing again, even though I said, show me. Oh, Heather's just bathed the Labrador outside with the granddaughter's help. Oh, bless. Yeah, got Australia in the house. That's exciting. Welcome, Australia. Well, you know. Oh, I can't do that, can I? They are different levels. Of course they are, Esther. You didn't think about that, did you? France in the house as well. Welcome. Sylviane, I think that's how you pronounce your name. So nice to have your company. So just a bit of a background about me. I started this channel ages ago to share my love of card making and stamping and Stampin' Up. And I went through a bit of a tricky time mentally with work being quite stressful, and I was struggling to juggle everything in life. And something had to take a back step, and it happened to be Stampin' Up. And I sort of lost my love of doing it all the time. So I do run classes at home and at church, which I still do. But yeah, crafting is just, it's there for when I need it and not as prevalent as it was. So that's why I'm not as, not like putting out so many videos on my channel and that type of thing. But I like to come on and do a live, say hello to people, check in, and show my face once in a while when I can. And it's usually of an evening, to be honest. So usually when Australia is asleep. But because I wanted to get on and make a birthday card this morning, I thought I'd hop on. I work part-time in a school, and so having a couple of days off is brilliant to be able to get stuff done that I need to. Oh, in you go. So I would say the majority of the products I use are from the company called Stampin' Up, and they are a catalogue based company, and they ship from America and Germany, and you need to order through a demonstrator, a bit like an Avon catalogue. So this is it so far. Okay, I know it looks really basic, but we're going to work on it. So that's the kind of idea. Right. So I'm desperate to get some ink around the edge of these. Let me just move this card out of the way a second. There we go. So I'd like to get some ink around here. I'm just going to brush off the ink that's been on my stamp. Thank you, Vicky, for sharing the details there, and of the different people you can order through. Hi Anne, 9:24 in New Zealand. Thanks for the time check, Anne. So we are 10:24 here in the UK. No worries, Anne. Oh, are you in the evening? PM, yes. No worries, Anne. Rest well, and I hope you have a good sleep. Okay, that makes all the difference by just giving that a bit of a colour around the edge, and I'm going to dip it in as well. Now, just bear in mind that's going to be super wet and soggy with ink, so try and avoid touching it for a few seconds. And that just, again, just, can you see that? Boldens up the colour instantly. And let's do the rest. So we're going to do this one. These are blending brushes, so you can dip them in the ink, but also just take the excess ink off because you'll be very inky otherwise. Yep, Anne's in New Zealand, so it's PM where she is. I knew that, just my brain wasn't functioning. And again, we're going to go for the dippy dippy. Just literally straight into the spongy ink pad. And it gives you that nice bold border. So I'm going to leave those for a second, and I'm going to actually come in with these two as well. Ew, my ink pad's a little bit squishy, this one. This is one that doesn't get used a lot, and sometimes the ink pad has gone a little bit funny on it. But it's fine for what I want it for. We could even do some stamping, or could even emboss these pieces to make them stand out a bit more as well. Might do that. Oops, I bent it. Even more reason to emboss it. And then occasion greys. Okay, I don't think I've got a separate brush for this, so we'll go in with the orange. Hi Lisa. Thank you for joining us. Nice to see you. Now what you could do after you've embossed these is also to then go over with some more ink as well. Right, cool. That's much better than it was. Now we need to work on the car. Should we do the car one colour? Yeah, I think I'll go monochromatic, because if you start adding all the other colours, it's going to look a bit odd. Just got to find Night of Navy. There we go. Might add... Alright, let's just bring out some other colours just in case. Are you Cajun? No, you're Calypso. You're Cajun, aren't you? Cajun Craze. Right, I brought out these colours just in case I do add. I don't want it to look like a noddy car. Let's see. Light basic black with a bit of gunky glue on there. That's nice, isn't it? Okay, so those bits are the wheels, aren't they? And the inside is they call them alloys. Sounds like I'm at the sea, doesn't it? Can you hear the seagulls? Okay, start with the easy bit, and then I'll get a light grey granite. We're going to do a shiny wheel. So when you do a shiny wheel, you sketch colour on each side, and then you leave a white bit, and it looks as if your wheels are shiny. You could do this if you had like a record or anything, or like a pot or a vase, anything you want to look shiny. Just leave that little white bit in there. Ah, lovely to see you too. So that's that bit. I'm thinking, okay, let's just go for the car next. I'm trying to think which bits would be darker. So definitely the seat inside and the hood of the car. And then the bumpers maybe. And I'm just going to go over some of the existing features. I'm going to outline the car. Can you hear the concentration? And then I'm going to colour this one in. I'm going to go over my lines that I've done already. Because these are alcohol blend pens, you can go over your existing lines. I'm going to try and do stripes because it means that they don't show up as much when you colour. And you can keep going over and sort of blending and colouring So if it doesn't look right, you can go back in and do some more. And the colour sort of deepens the more you colour in. Very clever, really. Okay, I like that. And then I think I'm gonna go with this lighter blue with the wheel hubs, like so, and around the light as well. Okay, sorry, I should have maybe zoomed you in a touch. It's Lisa's birthday tomorrow. Lisa, are we allowed to ask how old you are? Happy birthday for tomorrow, Lisa. And I'm going to use Light Cajun Craze for the lights. Maybe a little bit of peacock, just a tiny touch for the wheels, just to bring in that cohesive colour. And then we're going to use that light grey again a little bit for the window. I'm going to leave a little white streak. Oh, it's your big birthday! How exciting! Wow, many happy returns for your birthday. That is very exciting. I am going to splatter this with my pen, because it always looks better when you have dots. There we go, much better now. And the same with this one. Any detail that you can put on, the better. Let's just bring you back out a bit, because I'm going to forget that you're down there, and I'll be like doing stuff and you won't be able to see. So I'm just using my block that you'd normally put your stamps on, and the pens have got two ends, and I'm using the thicker end. If you whack it over, create some nice dots. Right, I do want to colour in the map a little bit, because I want some of these lines to be a bit darker. So little did you know that you were going to tune in today and watch me colour some lines. Thank you, I appreciate you. There we go. Makes all the difference, actually. It just makes the lines pop a bit. So I'm actually using the lighter pen, the light peacock, rather than the dark one. I'm wondering whether I want to put just a touch of green. Not adding any more colour on my brush, but just to make it look a bit more like a field. Don't know. Just adds a tinge. I just needed it to do something. Right, let's bring back our card base. So, and see where we're at now. I made it look a bit yellowy. Never mind. This one was going to go under here. Okay, look at the difference already. Okay, so are we thinking maybe of embossing these pieces? I'm thinking yes, and maybe some baker's twine, and yeah, we're nearly there. So let's have a look at the embossing situation. Right, I did say that I was going to be neat and tidy. Well, it just helps if you sort of stack the same things in the same piles. Excuse me. Right, let's bring on the embossing to see what we've got here. So we've got wood grain, we've got brick, got the painty one, got the words, we've got texture. That's quite nice to go with the roady, maybe, and maybe the brickwork, maybe the brickwork. Wonder whether to go for the wood. or this sort of, let's go for the painterly one. Okay, I'm going to need the big guy. Yeah, everybody wish happy birthday to Lisa, please, tomorrow, her big 60th. And thank you for encouraging the thumbs up. And Heather says, great card, thanks. I don't know whether I've got a, it's a bit yellowy now, I shouldn't have added the, I had a grand idea of having green fields, but it looks really yellow. So I might have to actually redo that quickly because I'm not happy. Oh dear, never mind. Let's pop this through. So we've got brickwork with the terracotta-y colour, aka Cajun Craze. There we go. That gives it even more texture. And we'll go with the, you're not going to see a lot of this texture, but it just gives it a bit of something. Right, guess what? You're going to have to watch me colouring maps again. If you want to stick around, if not, you know. There, look at that difference, just by adding a bit of texture. Great, right, map. What shape did we use? That one. And it just goes to show, like, sometimes you can't always get it right. You know, when you're being creative and making, sometimes things do go wrong and you have to redo them and it's not quite right. You know, it's not about a magic trick. It's about working through the process and trying to figure out how you can improve it or what went wrong, or, you know, a lot of the time that's what it's about. Making it work. Finding out how you can make it work. Little did you know how much card making is about problem solving. Maybe you did know that. Right, let's see. Sylviane, I love your projects, which are always so original. That's really kind, thank you. I try. And I think, yeah, it's trying to come up with combinations yourself without, I mean, don't get me wrong, I used the internet for inspiration. But I guess I like to be different. I don't like it to be a churned out card that somebody else has done. So I try and make it look a bit different. So like I said earlier, if you missed me say it, Ruth on here did a card, I think, what are we? A couple of days ago for a birthday charity event online, and she did this layering effect, and so I got inspired by her technique of layering. Now let's see what it looks like with a dark. Maybe I should have done a root throughout rather than, and then the rest can be, that's what I should have done, never mind. And then we'll go back with the paler. So yeah, it looks very basic to begin with, but just use some of those techniques that you know, that you love, to work with the card. Keep adding till you're happy. I mean, if you're doing a clean and simple card, sometimes you don't need lots and lots of things, but the techniques can make things pop, make things stand out and look different. And it's worth, you know, keep going, make it look right. I mean, I could have stuck with the yellowy, greeny thing, but that would have bugged me. Years ago I promised myself not to make a card that I wasn't happy with, like see it through to make it happy. Not to make it happy, I don't mean to make it happy at all. See a card through until I'm happy with it, or make it until I'm happy, like because years ago I used to sell my card. I made so many that I didn't know what to do with them, so I ended up selling them to friends, and used to have card parties where I just set up my cards and sell them. And I remember seeing what people bought and thought, oh no, I wasn't happy with that one. And it just doesn't make you feel good when you go, oh, they've bought that one that I don't really like. So yes. Now where's my I put my blending brush away, didn't I? Is this the? Let's make sure it looks more peacocky. I think the cream colour is making it look a little bit more greener than on the white, but that's okay. Right, much happier with that. Can you see the difference? That got really yellow. We're going to go for the old dippy dippy. Again, look at the difference. Love it. Okay, I'm going to let that dry off a little bit. We're going to raid the ribbon drawer. See what we can find to go with this. Now I've got some of this nice denim ribbon, excuse me. Oh, I've also got, talking of denim, I've got this one. Ooh, do you think this one looks like a road? I'm going to just move these down a bit. And sometimes for guys' cards, I like to just put a knot rather than an actual bow. Yeah, I'm drawn to this one. Let me just see if there's anything else to audition first. I do have some, oops, it's got attached, blue baker's twine. Let's have a look and get my card open. Which gets a bit lost. So what I might do, right, I've got enough ribbon on there. I'm going to let's take this off. I might be a bit generous with the ribbon this time. And wrap it all the way around. Might push it over to one side. I think if I did this in a class, I wouldn't necessarily have the ribbon, or it depends on the skill of your attendees. So one class I might have ribbon, but another class I might just do it without the ribbon, because sometimes people struggle with bows and tying and all that sort of thing. So okay. I think another thing about card making a lot of the time is about putting things on and off. In my case, anyway. I think we're nearly ready to stick. So I just want to place these there because I want to add on some embellishments. Now the other thing you can do is really play with these shapes and, you know, make it work for you. See if you're happy with it somewhere else, maybe after your initial design. Right, stop fiddle faffing. Let's get on. I wanted to see if there was. I do like these cork ones, but I don't think they are for today's project. Oh, you could put little black. Would these fit in the wheels? Could put little black dots in the wheels, possibly. Though we've not used a lot of black in today's project. Just rifling through. Oh, I've got these. Those sort of goldy rivets. And I thought I had. We've got smaller ones. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. I thought, no, that's not what I'm looking for. I thought I had somewhere in the metallics these, but they're a bit bright gold. So you could probably tone them down by colouring them in. But we're going to opt for these jobbies. Right, let's get sticking. So the question is, do we want this underneath? And then that could pop up a bit more. What say you? Right, here's your vote, guys. Should the car be on top or underneath? Place your votes now, please. I don't know if I could do a fancy poll. I can't do it on my phone. Yeah, let me know. Car on top or underneath? Actually, it's quite important to my next step. On top, on top, on top. Lots of on tops, okay. Oh, hold on, what way do I want my map? It's important. I'm going to come in a little bit from that shape down there. I don't know if you can hear my machine. We're ready for takeoff. The washing machine's going. Where did I have that? It was that way, wasn't it? I think that needs to be under there a bit more. If that's going to go on top. Just because if that was lower under there, let me just show you, if that was under there, you've got all that squashed together, whereas you need room for it to breathe. That's why I'm going to pop it up here a bit more. So you can see potential blue is your white space, basically. You want to be able to have a bit of breathing space around it. Ruth says, keep the main thing the main thing. So that is going to be your focal point. So we're going to have that standing up as the main focal point. Thank you, Ruth. Keep the main thing, she says. Right, I'm going to put on, let's just audition these, see what these look like. Or we could have little creamy ones. Ooh, decisions. Cream looks a bit odd. Shall we colour in the cream? Let's have a look what they look like. Not dark enough, is it? Right, let's scrap that idea. We tried it, it didn't work. Thank you, Jane. Right, where are we? Oh, we've got one solo grey. It's a shame, that would have been handy. Let's use these little black ones. There we go. And then we've got this guy sticking out on the outside here. Could put these along 3 like that, actually. Again, let's audition it, see what it looks like. Oh, he wants to pop out. Wait a minute, I'm just... Or we could go... No, we're going to go... We're just going to move him up a little bit. Stay. Yeah, understated, but it works. I've got to move that one a little bit. Okay, right, that's that done. I know I haven't stuck the card down yet, I know that. Do you know what I am tempted to do? Very last minute thought is get the old corner round around. Is that going to take... No, that will do. Let's just do it. Oh, it moved. Oh, I forgot. I forgot my embellishments. Let's force it in there. He came off. I don't know if he's very sticky because he was the one that was glued to the packet. Hopefully. Oh no, that corner's no good. Right. Hold on, I have a solution. I have this corner rounder that I use. Also. Oh no, he's too botherations. Bear with. Oops. I do have another one, but I think it'll be too rounded. Let's have a look. Let's give it a go. Oh no, it's the same roundedness. That's good. So this is just a handheld one that I use for other things. Right, okay, let's wrap this one up. Pop the car on. And we'll call it a day, I think. Let's find some dimensionals. Right, my desk is encroaching on me. I need to just... Before, it didn't used to bother me, but now I'm just like, no, I can't be having it all over the place. It needs a space. Just chuck things away. Right, get this stuck down. Didn't realise that this was live. Have to go now to set the table. So hi and bye, Jane. Ah, no worries, Jane. Yep, I'm live. I'm nearly finished. You've got the bulk of it, but it'll be left up for replay. Enjoy your meal. Around the corner. Make sure your project is nice and stable, especially if you're going to pop it in the post. You don't want it collapsing in the middle. Some people get a little bit stingy with dimensionals, but just make sure that the areas are covered so that it makes it nice and stable. So you can get white dimensionals as well. These are the black ones for darker projects. I need to stand up for this just to see what I'm doing. I'm going to pop in the... Okay. I think, folks, we are done. Let's just put it on a plainer background so you can see the effect of the card. Yay! And then I just need to do a insert to go inside. I need to make sure I round off the corners. I'll just use this quickly. And then we might use the whatever. Oh no, I've taken the colour off of there, haven't I? Yes. Let's just quickly stamp a little map there. And a bit of a map on the top. Oh, look, I got twisty ribbon. How did I manage that? I know how I managed it, but you know what I mean. I wonder if I can undo it. Can't have twisty ribbon, can we? Great card. It's always difficult making mail cards. Yes. I think, though, the secret of mail cards is all in the colour. If you choose masculine colours, most cards can look masculine, and just avoid the florals. So it could be leaves, animals, vehicles. It doesn't have to be like overly masculine. And I think also keep it simple with the men, like unless they're, or go more artistic with the scene. Yeah, I know sometimes people can struggle with masculine cards, but I do believe the colours will make all the difference. Right, I've gone afraid to that, but I don't mind. I'm going to make it like part of the... It's meant to look like that. I might have to cut it. Okay, at least that bit's straight. And this will go in like that. I might write in it first. Left my signature print in there, my fingerprint. There we go. One card done in 47 minutes. Thank you so much, everybody. Show my face. Hi. Nice to see you. So I just had my hair cut on Sunday. Helen, our other sister, came and cut it. And thankfully, my curls have bounced back because the way my hair was cut before, it made my hair was very difficult to do anything with it, and it went straight. So I'm hoping I can keep my curls again. Who knows? We'll see. So thank you ever so much, like I said, for joining me. I really do appreciate it. It's just so nice not to make a card by yourself, but to have the online company to do it. And now I've got a plan for my next card class as well. So that's all good fun. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, wherever you are. Thank you for joining me across the world, and I really do appreciate it. Take care. God bless you, and hopefully I'll catch you again soon. Lisa says, a lovely card, Esther. I'm sure Matt will be happy with it. Thank you, Lisa. And you have an amazing 60th birthday. What are your plans? Let us know if you've got anything exciting. Thank you. I'm really pleased with it. Really pleased with it. I was going to say something then. Yes, so I'm usually, I do post regularly on another channel. So if you're interested in budgeting or want to know what cash stuffing is, then I do have another channel called My Money Matters. So you can pop over there and check that channel out if you want to, but no pressure to do that. Okay, take care, everybody. Oh, I'm going to just wait for Lisa to say what she's up to for her birthday. And then we'll go, because I want to know. It's her special 60th, which is super exciting. So hopefully, plans for today, got more washing to go out. I'm going to wrap some prezzies for Matt, and I don't know where to, I want to go to the cinema, but I think the only thing I haven't seen really is the Minecraft film. I'm spending the morning at my favourite beauty salon, and Lisa, what a lovely way to spend your birthday. Hope you have a fantastic day. Super excited for you. All right, guys. Bye for now. Bye.